inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
Hey guys, what's going on, and welcome back to the channel. Well, as you can see from that intro, we are doing powder coating for the 2G swap on the 4th gen. Hopefully I didn't give just too much away on the color. You guys that powder coat probably know what color that is, but man, I am super stoked on how that first part turned out. You guys see that we did get the black on there. I've never done powder coating before, so I'm kind of curious to see if that'll cover up by the base color, but we got that on. We got that partially cured as far as the slush fab. Same thing back here on the intake. We got that on. We got that partially cured. We're going to cover that in the top color, and then we also got to do the compressor housing as well. I'm going to put some black down inside that recess, sweep it off, and then do a partial cure on this as well before I put on the top color on this as well. So I do have one piece done sitting right over there on the table, and let me tell you, my first piece, never powder coating before, it turned out phenomenally. I'm very, very, very satisfied on how things turned out. I guess it just goes to show when you do have the right tools, you can just about accomplish anything. Like I said last week's tool video, we did opt for a pricier gun than like Harbor Freight or Eastwood. We have the RC10 from Royal Coat Powder Coating Company out of Texas. His information is in the description. He does have a YouTube channel as well, so head over to his channel, check him out, and see everything that he has to offer. And then he does have his store link in his descriptions as well. It's Royal Coat Powder Coating Company, and I'll put his store link in this description as well. He has quite a bit to offer as far as upgrades for your Eastwood if you have an Eastwood gun. And then he has two different powder coating guns, being the one that I have, which is the RC1, and then he has another one that's an RC2. We did opt and buy a different tip. This is a fan tip that he offers instead of the standard conical tips. On the slosh fab right there, I just used a smaller conical tip just because I thought the smaller tip would concentrate it a little bit more than doing this big fan tip over just that right there. So I had to take and blow that on there. I blew the excess off, and then I swept off. But you can see where I've left quite a bit there. I don't know if it's because it's rough, I'm going to assume, with sandblasting this. I don't know because it's my first time. But first time powder coating, it's turning out well. I do have a mini vac kit. I picked this up from 710 Performance. It's not a bad kit. It's not bad. Not bad at all. This comes in right around 85 bucks from them. Here is some extra tips that comes with the gun. The hopper. This is an extra hopper that comes with that gun. I'm sorry. This is an extra hopper that he does sell with that gun. You can pick this up separately if you so choose. This just helps fluidize the powder a little bit better. And then the cup that comes with that, I'm going to go over this in another video because I know I went over just a little bit last week and unboxed it, but I just think this gun and I think his gun deserves a little bit more than that 2-minute unboxing that was on last week's tool video. So I think I'm going to put it in, maybe not this week's tool video, because I do have some other stuff coming that I want to show you that's available for his guns that I ordered last night. So I think I'm going to do, maybe not tomorrow, but next Tuesday, we're going to do a whole video on just Royal Powder Coast Powder Coating Company. Royal Coats powder coating and the guns and what he has to offer. So like I said, his links are in the description if you want to check him out. Right now I do have the oven heated back up, and we're going to spray some color on this, put it in for the partial cure, take it back out, put the clear vision over top of it. We are going to do the clear vision over the black as well. We're not going to wipe that off. Watching several videos, after you spray your top coat color on, you just take and wipe it off, then cleaning your finger each time. We're going to try that. I don't think we're going to have to vacuum anything because this is raised. But let's go over here and see. Let's go this way, then this way. But this is the color right here we have chosen. It's Illusion Raspberry. And then the Slosh Fab Black is a high gloss black. I do have some black chrome. There's the conical tip right there. And I do have some texture black in here as well. This is black satin texture. These all come from Prismatic Powders. If you guys are thinking about getting into powder coating, I would hit up Prismatic Powders and look at all the different color swatches they have to offer. They also have sear coat options as well if you guys want to get into sear coating. Sear coating is just a little bit different. It's more of a paint and baking it, but this is, I mean, you guys know the powder coating is. I don't have to explain it, but for my first time, I'm pretty stoked on how this first actual part turned out. So no splotching. Everything just looks so good. I'm super stoked on how well it did turn out. In the beginning over there, I was just running one box fan, but I did go get another box fan and tape the filter to it. The one was doing a pretty good job picking up all the particles, so we're going to run two of them side by side. This is working out pretty good for just a temporary spray booth. Not certain where this is going to go or if I'm going to do anything, but yeah, I'm just stoked to be able to do all this on my own, and it's just something else that I can say that I have accomplished, and I do okay at it. So let's go ahead and get the pink loaded up in the hopper and get that sprayed.
Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe.
Alright, so the battery went dead in the midst of wiping this one right there. So, I'm going to show you some spots here. You really got to have a steady hand wiping this stuff off. You can see where I've got into it right there with my finger, and right there, about 4 spots through here that I didn't notice before I did the partial cure on this pink. So I'm not certain. I'm going to go ahead and spray it. If I don't like it, I can always blast it and redo it. The big one, or this Slosh Fab, this was a little bit harder to do because I was kind of standing on my head. It didn't turn out just too bad. So we're gonna just roll with it and see what they look like after we get the clear vision on top of them. So yeah, we're getting ready to load the gun up. We got everything cleaned out, and we're getting ready to load the hopper with some clear vision and do the top coat. These are the test panels I did. That's the black. That doesn't have glitter in it. It's just all the glitter settling from the pink, or the metallic rather. This was my test panel on the Raspberry Illusion. You can see how splotchy it is for my first time. These small parts are much harder to do than those bigger parts. This here is the Raspberry Illusion, or the Illusion Raspberry, and then I tried doing some black chrome over top of it just to see what it would look like. The black chrome was supposed to be a transparent color, but I don't know if I put too much on, but you can see it's a splotchy as well. So we're gonna go ahead and get the Clear Vision loaded in the hopper. I got everything cleaned. We don't want any cross-contamination because that is a powder clear. So we want to make sure and keep everything as clean as possible. Change gloves, swept up the floor, cleaned out the gun, and right now we are ready to start spraying the Clear Vision. One thing you do want to do on your KV voltage is I sprayed the base at 4.5, and I'm going to back it down to about 2.5 for the Clear Vision top coat. If you guys saw that big puff of powder that come out in the beginning, that's because I forgot to turn my regulator down on my gun itself, and it was running about 40 pounds, so that was way too much of that hopper, and it was blowing everything out. So we got everything tuned up good. I'm spraying this right around 18 pounds, so let's go ahead and get the hopper loaded and get that sprayed and baked.
But that's alright. Hush.
Alright, with that, we do have 3 pieces for the 2G swap done. I've got them laying over here on the table, and I gotta tell you, I'm doing better, and they're turning out better than I thought they would. For never having done this before, don't want to say it's relatively easy, but like I said before, when you have the right tools, it makes it easy. So right there is the piping kit. You got your lower, you got your hot pipe. I did opt for the rad pipe, and then there is the air cleaner pipe off the compressor housing. Now, those spots I showed you, they did show up, and they showed up pretty good. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm leaving them. I got 4 spots on there. You got one there, there, and there. I'm leaving them there just because it's, for me, it's symbolism. Not just too bad on the air cleaner pipe, and the hot pipe is simple. It's just there's no wiping on it, there's no two-tone. I'm leaving it there as symbolism as my first time, and it's because it's something that I accomplished. I like being able to accomplish things on my own. I like learning how to do new things and doing the research involved to learn how to do those new things. So I'm not going to blast that rad pipe. I'm not going to redo it because for me it's symbolism of something that I accomplished on my own. Next, I'm going to turn my attention to doing the compressor housing. This is going to be a two-tone as well. This will be pretty simple and straightforward. That's just going to be pink, and that's it. Just the 2-stage. You got the pink base, partial cure, Clear Vision, full cure. So this will be pretty straightforward. This one here is going to be a little bit more in depth. There's a little bit of masking involved on this elbow. I'm going to mask from here around to the other side, and then I'm not sure how I'm going to wire it up to hold it yet, so I'm just going to try and figure that out too. The compressor housing, I am going to put black down in this recess on the tater belt. I'm not certain how I'm going to do that yet. I don't think I'm going to use a gun. I think I'm just going to take something and dip the powder out and fill that up, level it off, vacuum it off, and then do a partial cure on it. And I'm not going to spray that. I don't know. We're going to see how it goes. I've got an idea how I want to do it, but I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera, get that taken care of. After that, there is going to be 2 parts that are on the truck yet that I'm going to need to powder coat. I'm going to do the lower rocker box, I think, in pink as well. And then if I ever do get a valve cover, I'll do that in black instead of having pink across the whole top of the engine. And then I got to get the intake elbow off there as well, blast that and coat that. I don't have a sandblaster. I sold that. I've been taking things to work and blasting them there. But it is a good idea. You want to make sure and blast everything, clean everything. These aluminums, especially cast aluminum, it's very porous. You'll make sure and outgas this first. I did pre-bake and outgas these 2 pieces right here. I just put them in a 400 oven. Not bring it up to temperature, but I just put it in 400 oven and baked it for probably, or left it in there for probably about 15 minutes or so, just to get But what outgassing does, anything that's stuck down in the pores of the metal, it'll bring that to the surface. That's new, so there shouldn't be anything there, but like that rocker box, definitely we're going to want to outgas that. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, on curing times, your bags from prismatic powder, I'm going to assume from any company, is going to be labeled, and it's going to tell you what said curing time is. Like the Clear Vision is 375 once you're for 18 minutes, and that's not just putting it in a 375 oven and baking it for 18 minutes. You definitely have to make sure and check your temperature on your part. That's why you need an IR gun. I did order a new one because mine was not acting quite right, so I got a new one there. And shoot your temperature of the part inside. Once your part inside reaches 375, that's when you start your timer and bake it or cure it for 18 minutes at part temperature 375. The black, I think it's 400, but when you do partial cures, once your powder reaches fluid, then start your timer for 3 to 4 minutes for a partial cure. Pull it, let it cool off at least to 90 degrees, 100 degrees before you put your top coat on. Otherwise, you're going to be doing a process called hot flocking. Your powder is going to start to fluidize on that hot material as soon as you start spraying it. I am going to venture into some of that. I'm going to try some glass, I think, and you have to hot flock glass because it does not conduct electricity. Okay, I got to stop there because I'm getting too winded, and I'm learning as I go. I think it's a pretty cool process. It's a messy, dirty process, especially when you don't have a proper spray booth. If I had a proper spray booth, there would be no issues. I don't know if you guys can see that in the camera or not. You can see that pink haze over there in the corner on the floor. Anyway, yes, I'm loving doing powder coating. Two-tone, it's kind of tricky, but anyway, yeah. That being said, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. If you don't mind, hit that like button, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not already done so, and we'll see you guys in the next one.